Good evening, good afternoon. How does he say it on the Truman Show? Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Whatever time it is in your area or when you're watching this. Because it's a late video, we're not going to do the daily mantra. But something that I wanted to bring up, it came up in my day today, and I just kind of wanted to put it out there. I try to do it from time to time, but today is that day where I want to bring awareness to the fact that, it's okay to need solitude. It's okay to need support. Even in those situations like where say you got two different sides of a situation. You got your side and their side. And even though you can see things from the other person's perspective and understand maybe why they feel the way they feel, and maybe even you've been through whatever they're going through, but you also have to be true to your perspective and your side. Just remember that it's okay that realistically both can exist. No, they're not responsible for your emotions. You're not responsible for theirs. But at the same time, it is important to be able to see things from their perspective or to understand, where they're coming from and to be able to offer support for that. We all need that from time to time, even though it may be difficult or for us to acknowledge or even see that we need it. We all need a little understanding, a little sympathy, a little, sometimes even a reality check or, a perspective check. But just remember that it's okay to validate your feelings while validating somebody else's. That it doesn't have to be one or the other. It doesn't have to be, a competition or even a comparison for that matter. All right, that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into it. We'll get our affirmations for the day. I still haven't had a chance to sit down and adjust the lineup. I may work on that tonight when I get the video done. If you guys have any suggestions, I'd be glad to hear them. Different combos of cards that you might be interested in. I'm going to try to split it up in, to even groups and, not put similar cards together. All right. That being said, we'll get our grief affirmation for the day. I hope everybody has had a peaceful, positive, and productive day today. If not, I pray that your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and of course the Most High help you with that today. I also pray that He clothes us in His armor from head to toe, that He strengthens our discernment and guides our steps as we go throughout our days. All right. Grief is like the ocean. It comes in waves, ebbing and flowing. Sometimes the water is calm and sometimes it is overwhelming. All we can do is learn to swim. Sure. Learning how to go with the flow. Remembering that sometimes the waters are going to be rough and sometimes they're going to be smooth and calm. Life is constantly changing. Being able to adapt, being flexible, not only with just your way of life, but with your views, your opinions, your knowledge in general. Don't believe that that all there is to know or that there's nothing new to learn. There's always something to learn. Always. The learning never stops. All right, now we'll get a chakra wisdom affirmation. We saw this one last time. Seventh chakra, crown chakra, one with all. I feel the divine force flowing through me. I honor this and I know that it flows through all. I am calm in knowing that I am one with all, and I contemplate and meditate on this fact. I regularly remind myself that we are all from the same source and that we are all on a journey as spiritual beings experiencing this physical existence. I am aware that I have a choice as to how I respond to what's happening in my life. My responses have an enormous effect on my spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical well being. You are me and I am. Wait, how's it go? I am you and you are me, and we together make we. And together we make we. I am you, you are me, and together that makes we. Yeah, that's right. We're all connected. The whole what you put out is what comes back to you. We attract what we are, but we also attract what we lack. Be aware, be cautious of who and what you attract into your life. We are all created equal, but we do not all of us operate equally. All right. Wild Offering Oracle. Calmness. Self-love on the bottom of the deck. And love on the top of the deck. We also have... Whoa. All right. Service wanted to show up, but companionship was underneath self-love, backing it on the bottom of the deck. And health was backing love on the top of the deck. Taking care of your health is a form of self-love. Caring about other people's health is a way to show love to others. Remaining calmness. The inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. What were we talking about? About the waves. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear divine. May your peaceful calm take over. So learning how to practice the pause in those moments when you feel overwhelmed during those times of intense turbulence, strengthening your ability to cope and make it through those moments, being able to find the calm in the storm. There you go. Finding the calm in the storm. All right, then self-love. Show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. I say it here all the time. When you heal the internal, it will show externally. Then we got love. It's not about finding love. You are love itself. Help me, Lord, to send so much compassion and caring to the inner child that I always remember I myself am love. So once again, mentioning the inner child. Love, faith, hope, trust in yourself. All right. Now we'll pull from the Affirmators deck. Last time we got Don't Take It Personally. This is our unicorn deck. Self-help without all the self-helpiness. All right. Ooh, playfulness came back out. It hasn't been that long since we saw that. It talks about Mary Poppins. Then we also got courage. No one is fearless. No one. But even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts, then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. This came on the last time I did a video. This is Teddy Swims' version of the Journey song. Midnight train going anywhere. All right, so that could, I know Journey has significance for me. That could have significance for somebody else as well. Confirmation. Playfulness. I am a playful participant in life. I always have the option to make something a fun game rather than a heavy burden. Mary Poppins puts sugar in the medicine for a reason. That lady really knows how to party. So have the courage to find the fun in life. Embracing those opportunities to turn a job into a game. Turning hard work into fun. All right, now we'll pull from the Namaste deck, the Stress Less deck. Last time we got Find Your Center of Power. Slow Down was stuck in the box and just came flying out of there. Give Your Mind a Treat is on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. Slow down. Stop to smell the roses. Going back to the playfulness energy, just don't forget to have fun. Too much work and no play makes for a bitter day. Acknowledge what you do, wanting to show itself. We're not going to keep all these, but we will acknowledge them. What if you could fly? That makes me think of the Livingston song, Look Mom, I Can Fly. That's a good song. If you've never heard it, look it up. Make time for vacation. Reflect and grow. Make time for vacation. What is that? That's playtime, right? All right, so a lot of play energy, self-love energy. Look at that. It came right back out. Make time for vacation. For some of us, that's easier said than done. You know, there are times where I personally worry that I've almost lost my ability to have fun. I don't really nurture my inner child nearly as much as I should. And most of us don't. Even if it is just in your mind, go on a vacation. Where have you been wanting to visit? What inspirational places have you seen in photographs? Go there in your mind and imagine what it would be like to be there. Let your senses make the experience as real as possible. Do this for 8 minutes. Travel, even imaginary travel, reduces the feeling of being stressed. So go on vacation as often as you need. It costs you nothing. I usually, here lately, when I start daydreaming about stuff like that, it's Scotland for me. It always, when I was younger, it was always Amsterdam, but that just shows you how much that I've changed since I was young. Scotland is a beautiful country. I have ancestry in Scotland. I would love to be able to go there someday. I'm working towards that, small steps, small steps. All right. Came in like a wrecking ball by Miley Cyrus. All right, now we're going to pull from the mindfulness deck. And actually, as I'm doing this pull, I'm going to kind of try to separate the different kind of decks. So we've done the affirmations. We basically have 4 affirmation decks. We have our daily mantra, which I think that's going to be an every video pull for when it's early enough. Then we have our grief affirmations, our wild offering affirmations, and our chakra affirmations. And then we have the affirmators deck, which is also affirmations. So those are all similar decks. And then the namaste and the mindfulness deck, those are also very similar. So let's kind of work on that as we're doing this video, shall we? That'll kind of help me get a head start on that task. This one wanted to fall out while I was shuffling. Tears are squeezed out of the heart when it is crushed by pain. Ooh. Ouch. Take a peaceful moment for yourself. Close your eyes and take a few really deep breaths. Then place your hand on your heart and take note of all your bodily feelings. What do you notice? Pressure, tightness, constriction? Where are these sensations located in your body? Often before crying, you feel pressure in the area of the heart and throat. Allow yourself to feel and cry. What did I say at the very beginning of this video before I pulled any of these cards? It's okay. It's okay. You're allowed to feel the way that you feel, even if other people don't understand. Just like it's okay for other people to feel the way that they feel, even if you don't understand. Wow. Remember, this too shall pass on the bottom of the deck. And feelings do not tell a story about reality, but about you. So listen to your feelings. Get to know yourself a little bit better. And know that this too shall pass. Whatever pain you're feeling, sadness, anger, frustration, jealousy, whatever you're feeling, it will pass. Intermission. I hope everybody's having a good evening, a good afternoon, whatever time it is in your area. I can't tell you what time it is, but I can tell you we've been here 19 minutes and 33 seconds. So, all right, now we're going to go ahead and pull from the Love Oracle. This is a limited time thing. You know, we discussed that when I first brought this deck to the table. I've never used love cards before, but this deck came to me in a very unexpected way. I was not looking for a love deck, wasn't looking for any kind of deck. So I felt like it came to me for a reason. So we will pull from this deck today. But I've ultimately decided that I'm only going to pull from this deck until Valentine's Day. And then it will get shelved until next year. If it ever comes back out again, I don't know. All right. Love Oracle messages. I probably wouldn't mind it so much if the messages could apply to the self-love message that we're getting here today. But these cards are more like relationship messages. So we'll just see what it says. I tell you what, I get tired of hearing these commercials on the radio. Want to sell your house? We'll buy your house. This commercial comes on probably 200 times a day. All right. Being fair sometimes bring us balance and more understanding. Being fair, life isn't fair. You're not going to get the same treatment as somebody else. I love everybody equally until I see what's going to be reciprocated. And then I base what I give off of what you give. Maybe we have so many differences and I just can't meet your standards. Ooh, yeah, maybe not. And that's okay. That's to be fair. You know, it's okay to have standards. And, you know, people are different. Not, you know, even if you can get along with somebody in brief interaction, that doesn't mean that you're going to be able to live with that person. Don't lose faith. Good things are ahead of us. So together or apart, you know, you don't need somebody in your life to as now when I say that I'm speaking like relationship wise, intimacy wise. You don't need somebody in your life to have fun. You know, sometimes being fair sometimes brings us balance and more understanding. Sure. And sometimes that balance and that understanding is walking away from people that no longer serve you. You know, sometimes to be able, where I don't remember where we read about the forgiveness, the self-forgiveness. Was that in the self-love card? Yeah. When you step into self-forgiveness, you can find balance. You know, maybe forgiving yourself, forgiving your all so much of your love to somebody that was too different. You know, maybe like not ignoring red flags. When you see those differences, see them for what they are. You know, don't walk around with your rose-colored glasses on, trying to paint somebody a different color than what they are. That's figuratively, not literally, people. Our minds intertwine without saying out loud. I mean, you could really go as deep as like telepathy and stuff with that, but I'm more getting like being able to read energy. Like, I don't need you to tell me who you are. I'm gonna be able to tell by your energy. You don't have to say anything. I just need some time to give more in our relationship. I mean, that could mean emotionally or materialistically. If you're basing any relationship, even not just the intimate one, but any relationship at all on material things, that will not last. And if it means emotionally, you know, I just need some time to give more in our relationship. No, we're not waiting around. Like, you're either ready or you're not. You know what I mean? Don't wait around for people to be ready. If they're not ready, keep it moving. You know, find your balance. Accept the differences and have faith that you can trust your intuition and see the red flags and keep it moving. Let's reflect ourselves into this situation when we're not together to make a rightful decision. Let's reflect ourselves in this situation when we're not together to make a rightful decision. So not letting other people's interfere with your decision. Don't try to make a decision when you're around a lot of people that are trying to influence your decision. Get by yourself, practice the pause, really think about it, and make a rightful decision. Don't do it just because you're tired of being alone. You know what I mean? Do it for the right reasons. Maintain your balance. And of course, don't forget, have fun. Have courage enough to put yourself out there. But at the same time, don't let somebody else's differences throw you out of balance. Don't let them knock you off your pedestal, however you want to say it. One flipped over somewhere. I saw it. We shouldn't be influenced. What did I just say? We shouldn't be influenced by the outside world. Just focus on us too. Okay, so if you're already in a relationship, don't let other people's opinions affect that relationship. Understand that different people want different things. And just because somebody from the outside looking in, going back to the very beginning of the video when I talked about looking at things from a different perspective, just because the outsiders looking in are like, oh, well, I wouldn't put up with that, or I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Don't let that affect what you've got. Don't let that affect the balance and the understanding that you have within your relationship. So you could apply this either way, whether you're looking for a relationship or whether you're already in one. We got, I've been giving you love, devotion, and received nothing but your criticism and pain. On the top of the deck, sorry for breaking your trust on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this could also be an in-between situation. Maybe something was a relationship and now it's not. And you got one person that's walking away, one person that wants to fix it. But that goes back to what we already talked about looking at things from a different perspective. Sure, if you're the one walking away, especially if you really love the other person, you're going to be able to see why they feel the way they feel and how, at least be able to respect their perspective. But don't allow that to change yours. Be true to yourself. Make a right decision. Do what's right for you, not what's right for somebody else. Listen to your intuition. Trust yourself. Forgive yourself for whatever part you played and love yourself enough to do what's best for you. It is that time of year. People that aren't in a relationship want one. People that are in one, they're having issues. It's coming up to Valentine's Day, which, love is something that we all struggle with all throughout the year. But, just like so many other holidays that society has created, for a lot of us, it puts us in a negative frame of mind. And for some people, it even puts them in a desperate frame of mind. And desperate people make dumb decisions. I can speak from experience. So, just be aware. Don't be gullible. Don't be naive. Don't walk around with the rose colored glasses on. Be real. Be honest with yourself. Even though it may hurt, usually the best thing to do is the hardest thing to do. Sure, if you're the one walking away, you're going to cry thousands of tears. Your heart is going to ache, especially if you really love that other person. You know, oh wow, I can't believe this is actually coming up. Okay. I told you guys that I recently watched The Hunger Games for the first time, right? Well, as the series continues and Katniss and Peeta's relationship, wiggles back and forth, President Snow says to Katniss, it's the things that you love the most that destroy you. And even though it took her the whole series to realize that she really did love Peeta, President Snow saw it before she did and turned Peeta into a weapon, knowing that she loved him and that she was going to fight for him. And he abused and twisted the narrative so much in Peeta's head that he actually tried to kill Katniss more than once. But on the inside, he really did love her. She really did love him. So I say that to say the things that you love the most are the ones that can destroy you the fastest, because you love them so much that it hurts you more to leave than it does to stay. But that's not a reason to stay. If just being real, that's even more of a reason to run away. Okay. Sorry I went off on kind of a tangent there, but that is definitely a situation that I've been through and experienced. Copper, go on, buddy. Go on. Go. Go play. Go. Get out of my room. Thank you. All right. Intermission. Give me a drink of tea. I can't really remember what all's in this tea. I made it this morning and intended to drink it while I was at work and totally didn't. It's got lemon balm, raspberry leaf, dandelion root, and I want to say I put some marshmallow root in here because the marshmallow root gives it a horrible bitter taste. Like, even after I put the honey in it, it's still bitter. It's not, it's like the bitter hits the back of your throat. Like, you don't taste it on your tongue, you taste it on the back of your throat. It's really weird. I don't know how to explain it. All right, now we're going to pull from the Unstoppable You Oracle. She was with another man. Wow, this is kind of an oldie. I just put all those back on the top of the deck and I didn't even read what they were. All right, the ones we got last time. It's safe to want more. Rest then rise. You survived the worst. You are the magic. You're allowed to take up space. And you are not too much. That was a good one. All right. The Unstoppable You Oracle. This is one of the newest decks we've added. You're You are starting wiser. Look at that. So, going back to the energy that we've had in the past couple videos, where a death and rebirth energy. This guy's dressed up like a mountain man. I don't know if you can see the picture very well. You are wiser. You are starting wiser. We got fail forward on the bottom of the deck. Own the room backing it. We got stop playing small on the top of the deck. And ow, I totally just hit my head on the stand. I hope that didn't. My bad. Sorry. Okay. It was backed by stop playing small was backed by you are not too much, and we just put that one back in there. Fail forward was backed by own the room. All right, so the one we're actually going to read is you're starting wiser. Own the room, fail forward, stop playing small, you are not too much. You are starting wiser. Page 150. This is the next to the last card of the deck. Core message. You didn't lose time, you gained experience. Key themes: renewal, perspective shift, self-compassion, growth through delay, and wisdom earned. Trust in timing. The message: you may feel like you're starting over, but you're not starting from scratch. You're starting with insight, with lessons etched into your bones, with clarity you didn't have before. Every detour, delay, and heartbreak shaped your strength. I'm going to go turn that radio down. It's kind of getting on my nerves. Okay. You may feel like you're starting over, but you're not starting from scratch. You're starting with insight, with lessons etched in your bones, with clarity you didn't have before. Every detour, delay, and heartbreak shaped your strength. Every wrong turn refined your direction. This isn't a setback, it's a wiser beginning. This card is here to remind you you didn't lose time. You lived. You learned what matters. You discovered what you're made of. Now you get to begin again, but this time with deeper knowing, stronger boundaries, and a heart that's still open. Your past isn't baggage, it's your blueprint. Guidance. If you've been beating yourself up for how long it's taken, comparing your past to others, or grieving the time you lost, this card invites you to shift the lens. What you gained along the way is invaluable. You are not late. You are ready. Let go of the idea that beginnings must be young, fast, or flawless. The truth is, your timing is perfect, and your wisdom is the gift. Journaling prompts. What have I learned from the path that brought me here? How am I better equipped now than I was when I first dreamed of this? What would change if I viewed this as a wiser being, not a late one? Grounding practice. Wisdom inventory. Write a list titled What I Know Now. Include everything your journey has taught you about love, resilience, creativity, purpose, or self-worth. Let this list be proof that your growth has been real and your readiness is earned. Affirmation. I am not behind. I am becoming. I start again, wiser and more powerful than ever. Action step. Release any lingering regret about the timing of your journey. Take one small step forward today from a place of confidence, not comparison. You are not starting over. You are starting stronger. What did I say back at the beginning of the video about not comparing ourselves to others? I love how it all lines up like that. Okay, now we're going to pull from the Angels of Abundance. Look at that. Last time we got cooperation instead of competition. Moonlighting, which talks about part-time career, which connects to the stop playing small. And then positivity, faith, and optimism. Wow. Fail forward. You are not too much. You are exactly who you're supposed to be. Now, that being said, that also means if you're on a positive path, if you're walking in the light, obviously, if you're hurting yourself or hurting other people or living a destructive, negative lifestyle, that is not where you're meant to be. It may be maybe it was supposed to be part of your journey, but you're not supposed to stay there in those kind of environments or situations. We have to choose the right path. It doesn't just happen. All right, Angels of Abundance. Organize for success. Release jealousy. What did I say about jealousy earlier? And clean energy food. So eating healthy, making healthy choices. Releasing jealousy. I mean, that's self-explanatory. All right, organize for success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. Madonna is on the radio right now. All right. Now we'll get the angel numbers. Last time we got 11 patience, 31 11 be prepared, and 88 listen to your gut. Use discernment, listen to your intuition, practice the pause. We got 18 meant for success on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. Whoa. And it flipped over. Success, purpose, change, prosperity, life path, and transformation. 1010, embrace the journey. 404, mind energy on the cut. The choir sings. Whoa. 929, walk away. 1313, seek comfort. 8585, gratitude. We're not going to take all those. I just wanted to acknowledge them. 1, focus on self first. Self-love, independence, confidence, authenticity, new beginnings, self-pursuit. 2026 is the year to buckle down. Number 5, transformation is what came out. 404, mind energy on the bottom of the deck. It's showing right back up. And take charge. 3232 on the top of the deck. So 5, 404, and 3232. Transformation, change, acceptance, growth, abundance, alignment, potential, and soul's calling. Change is happening, and your task is to accept it. This transformation will bring you fortune and abundance, aligning with your true soul's calling. You are realizing your potential. How can I fully embrace the changes happening in my life and trust that they are guiding me toward my true potential? Today, I embrace a change. Let me start over. Today, embrace a change in your life, big or small, and take a step towards aligning with your soul's true calling. 404, mind energy, focus, determination, preparation, mental strength, clarity, resolve, and future readiness. Prepare your mind for future challenges. Mental strength and focus will help you overcome obstacles with determination and hard work. What mental habits do I need to strengthen in order to be fully prepared for future challenges? Set aside time each day for mindfulness or mental exercises that can improve your focus and clarity. Visualize yourself successfully overcoming future obstacles. That's basically what we do here. You know, a lot of times these cards, the messages that they have really, I mean, if you really listen to them, they really make you think and ask yourself sometimes some hard questions. 3232, take charge. Empowerment, initiative, leadership, self-determination, boldness, and improvement. Take control of your life and step toward your desired outcomes. Embrace the shortness of life by pursuing actions that enhance your well-being and contribute to personal growth. What areas of my life do I need to take more control over? How can I make proactive changes to improve my situation? Identify one area in your life where you have been passive and take immediate steps to assert control and make improvements. Set clear goals and take deliberate actions toward achieving them. This is all very much lining up with that death and rebirth energy that we already talked about. Also lining up with the hibernation energy, you know, taking time to make a plan, set goals, get prepared, focus, determined. That way, when springtime comes, you're ready to jump into action and take charge. This is a time to evaluate, to process, to plan. Bad Habits by Ed Sheridan is what's playing on the radio. You know, it may be a time to You know, be honest with yourself about some bad habits you may have that you need to take care of. That could be anything, you know, overspending, oversharing, over compensating. You know, that could be a lot of things. All right, now we're going to pull from the Celestial Insights. Last time we got accept, openness moment, and courage. We also got courage in this pull as well. I think the angel numbers is going to kind of be like the mantra. That's going to end up being every time one. So we're going to put those together. I think the Celestial Insights will go with the Angels of Abundance because they're similar in the length of their messages and the topics of their messages. All right, Celestial Insights. That was not a good shuffle. Trust, observe, and patience on the cut. You got Prince on the radio. I would die for you. Past life got stuck. Accept is what came out. Strength on the bottom of the deck, backed by value indication, and then commitment on the top, backed by renewal. Have the strength to accept a commitment. That's one way you could see that. Accept things as they accepting things as they are can be a powerful step forward. You may be resisting changes lately. Let go of control and you'll discover peace and new opportunities in the present moment. Then strength. You are stronger than you realize. Though the times may be tough, remember that you have the courage and resilience to get through it. Your inner strength will help you overcome all obstacles. This too shall pass. Tears are squeezed out of the heart when it is crushed by pain. You will have the strength to heal your heart. You're strong enough to get through that, whatever that is for in your life. Commitment. Commitment is the key to long-term success. Are you hesitating to make a decision? Commit fully to a path and you'll see the results of your dedication. So going back to the making a plan storyline, or energy, making a final decision to commit to what said plan, the transformation. Take charge of your own life. You are smarter than you think. You are stronger than you think. You are loved more than you think, more than you realize. All right. Unlock the secrets of your dreams with the Mystical Dream deck. Last time we got snake, altar, conversation, and shoes. We got car on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. I don't even know how many decks I have. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24. So at 7 days a week, I could do 3 a day, plus the repeating ones of the mantra and the numbers. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the cookie crumbles. I've had the Truman Show in my mind a lot today. Like, not even really the movie, but just certain things that he says in the movie. So that could be of significance. I'm not sure if it's free on YouTube right now or not. It was for a while, but I don't know if it still is. But if you haven't seen that movie, that's a good one. I tell you what, Jim Carrey, a lot of his movies they have a lot of metaphors in them. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, that's a good one. That's a focus feature with Jim Carrey. That one's actually got a lot of big names in it. Mark Ruffalo, Kirsten Dunst. All right, we got Underwater is what came out. Clouds on the top of the deck and Moon on the bottom of the deck. Backed by Temple and Boat. We'll put those back in. I just wanted to acknowledge them. All right, so Underwater is what came out. Underwater symbolizes the depths of your subconscious, representing emotions and representing emotions and thoughts that have been hidden or overlooked. If you dream of being underwater, it suggests that you are diving deep into your emotional world, exploring feelings that may have been suppressed. It invites you to dive deep, confront unresolved emotions, and uncover hidden truths beneath the surface. That goes back to what we've talked about already about, feeling what you need to feel, being honest with yourself about how you feel, allowing yourself to feel those things, allowing yourself to feel that pain. That can be hard to do, but it can also be therapeutic. Clouds symbolize the shifting nature of thoughts and emotions, often representing confusion or uncertainty. Dreaming of clouds suggests that you are in a period of transition, where the direction of your future isn't yet clear. It encourages you to slow down and navigate through the mist, knowing clarity will emerge when you least expect it. Once again, that slow down energy. Stop and smell the roses. Appreciate the whole attitude of gratitude. Appreciate all the little things around you. Appreciate all your little blessings. Even in times of struggle, most of us have plenty of things that we can still be grateful for. All right, Echoes of the Soul Oracle. This is very similar to the Unstoppable You Oracle. This is the 2-part deck. Last time we got number 20, the Raven's Judgment. We got 26, Ethereal Bloom on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. I didn't realize I had that many. One more. The Quiet Story and Aftermath on the cut. Number 30 and number 28. Ooh. The Quiet Story and Aftermath. That's making me think of the love cards. Look, she's like all scraped up and bloody. And he's sitting there like disappointed, like he's done something wrong, like he's sad, he's all alone, surrounded by a bunch of books. I mean, you can take that however you want, but The Quiet Story and Aftermath. Finding the calm during the storm. I don't know about the rest of the U.S., but I know in my area we are fixing to get hit with a bad storm, or so they say. That could be literal or metaphysical. The Weight of Reflection. I believe we have gotten this one before. Number 8. We got Reflections on the bottom of the deck. Number 36. And The Glamorous Veil. Number 7 on the top of the deck. Oh, wow. Look at that. Number 7, number 8. And then if you add 3 and 6 together, that makes 9. 7, 8, 9. Number synchronicities. Let's see. Number 7. The key themes. I'm not going to read this whole one. The key themes. Elegance. Illusion. Hidden truths. Authenticity. Self-awareness, and breaking through facades. What did I say about taking off the rose-colored glasses? Take them glasses off, baby. See people, places, and things as they really are. Not as you want them to be, or as they don't allow them to paint themselves a different color once you've already seen their true colors. Take off the rose-colored glasses. Not only with people, but with the world. Look at all the things that are going on in the world. Look at all the things that are people, places, and things that are happening. You know? See it for what it is, not for the picture that they paint for you. Reflect on all the things they've said, all the things they've done, all the things that have happened over the years. And see it for what it really is, not for the facade that they painted for you. All right. We'll look at 36 and see reflections. Key themes, introspection, solitude, mirrored realities, self-awareness, choices, and inner truth. Everything we've already talked about. All right, and then number 8, the weight of reflection is what actually came out. All right. Overwhelm, introspection, processing emotions, self compassion, finding clarity, and emotional resilience. The message: the mind is like a vast maze, often filled with scattered thoughts and unprocessed emotions. It is natural to feel the weight of it at all times, but know that clarity and peace are not beyond reach. They come through patience, self compassion, and allowing yourself the time to navigate your inner world without judgment. You are not meant to solve everything at once. Even the smallest step can lighten the burden. Guidance. This card invites you to pause and acknowledge the emotional or mental weight you are carrying. The urge to push through or suppress these feelings might be strong. Wow. I can't, I can't, y'all. I just can't. But true healing requires time and space to process. Reflection is not meant to overwhelm you further. It is a tool to understand and release what no longer serves you. Treat yourself with kindness, as though you were supporting a dear friend through the same challenges. The process may feel heavy, but within it lies the opportunity to gain profound insight. The affirmation: I honor my emotions and give myself permission to release what no longer serves me. Clarity and peace flow into my life with patience and compassion. Actionable insight: dedicate time this week to a practice of self care that helps you process your emotions. This could be journaling, meditating, taking a mindful walk, or talking to a trusted friend. Focus on releasing even one small piece of the mental or emotional weight you're carrying. Celebrate this progress, no matter how small it may seem. Reflection: the weight of reflection reminds you that feeling overwhelmed is not a weakness, but a natural part of being human. It also reminds you that clarity and relief are achievable, one step at a time. By allowing yourself space to sit with your emotions and process them gently, you make room for healing and transformation. What do you think? Do you feel like you're carrying a backpack of emotions or thoughts right now? If so, how could this exercise or journaling prompt help lighten your load? Woo! Soak that in. Intermission. Michael Jackson, Black or White, is what's on the radio. I used to love this video when I was a kid. All right, now we're going to pull from the Nature Seasons Oracle. Last time we got Wishes and Miracles, Meteor, and Dreams and Guidance, Stars. We got B, Diligence and Cooperation on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. So I've got enough affirmation decks to where, you know, we could do one each one would cover like 2 days. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out a system of some kind. Call it OCD, call it anal, call it whatever you want. It's my process. That made me think of I just watched it not too long ago. The movie Without a Paddle with I think it's Seth Green? And it's when those guys are chasing after him and they're on the four-wheeler and he's like pew 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 pew, and the dude looks over and says, "What are you doing?" He says, "It's my process, leave me alone." "I'm pretending I'm on a motorbike, it's my process, leave me alone." That's what he says. So whatever your process is, however you process your emotions, it's okay if other people don't understand. Going back to what I said at the beginning, just because you can see somebody else's perspective doesn't mean it has to change your perspective. All right. Nature Seasons Oracle. Whoa. That's way too many, but we'll at least acknowledge them. Fire, ocean. Wow. Oh, we got sea and ocean and underwater. Sorrow, spring equinox, stars, and eagle. Horse. Wow, this is the year of the horse. Freedom and strength. We got dolphin, wisdom and harmony on the bottom of the deck. And storm, challenges and growth on the top of the deck. Going back to what we said before, finding the calm within the storm. Finding freedom and strength through the storm. Finding wisdom and harmony through the storm. All right, horse, freedom and strength. Like the horse, release yourself from constraints and pursue the life that truly belongs to you. Nothing can stop you as long as you dare to chase your dreams. Power and freedom will be with you. Oh, squeaky toy, confirmation. Challenges and growth. Storm brings challenges into your life. You may face significant obstacles, but these challenges will serve as opportunities for growth. Hold on, embrace the calm after the storm, and you will emerge stronger. Go on, get out of my room. Go. Wisdom and harmony. Embrace wisdom through harmony today. Let go of chaos and find peace within. Wisdom isn't just knowledge. Copper, go on. Go. Get out of my room. Wisdom isn't just knowledge, but balance in every part of your life. Like a dolphin in calm waters, trust your inner flow and let harmony guide you. Once again, talking about going with the flow. Finding your calm in the storm, finding your center, bracing for impact. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Another one bites the dust. I don't know why I'm getting like a fighting your fears energy from this song. Like, see this big, like monster looking shadow, having the courage to like fight through your fear. That's how I'm seeing that right now. Like this little mouse, is wearing a cape already. Like put some little red boxing gloves on him and, he's there boxing and fighting with the big shadow. It's also making me think of that song from Livingston called Shadow. That's twice that he's come up. Livingston, the first one was Look Mom, I Can Fly, and this one, Shadow. If you've never heard any of his music, definitely go check him out. All right. Now we're going to pull from the Forest Spirit Oracle. Last time we got Toad, Rabbit, and Green Fairy. Leap of Faith, Quick Results, and Imagination. We've got Raccoon Spirit on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. Potential. All right. Forest Spirit Oracle. Fish Spirit, Positive, and Tortoise Spirit, Determined. We also have Boar Spirit, Warrior on the bottom of the deck. Look at that. Gather Courage. And then Fire Element, Ignite Change on the top of the deck. Positive. Maintain your freedom and independence. Good luck will slowly approach you good. Approach you goods. So remember what we talked about earlier about not settling in whatever way that is, whether that's in love or in life. Remain positive. Maintain your freedom and independence. Embrace that. All right, then you got Determined. Take things slow and steady and persevere to achieve your goals and reap rewards. Then we got Boar Spirit, Warrior. Gather courage to confront issues you need to resolve so you can move forward. That's triple confirmation on the courage. Really more than that, but... And then Fire Element, Ignite Change. Burn away the old and forge a new path to face the world with purpose and determination. You are starting wiser. Remember that. All right, now we'll pull from the Animal Allies. Last time we got Starling. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. Lead us not unto temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, Ashe. Animal Allies. Copper is obviously determined to get on my nerves right now. First, he came into the room multiple times, and then now he's in there chewing on his big bone. It's just distracting, that's all. Pelican. Puffin also flew out. And what was this one? Rooster. Hold on. You can have it back when I get done. Distraction energy. Don't get distracted. Don't lose focus. Try to eliminate distractions. There you go. Try to, there's some things we just can't. You know what I mean? Going back to what it said about, fixing the things that you can control, that are in your control. If you can eliminate certain distractions or things that are irritating you or affecting your energy, do that. Get rid of people, places, things that no longer serve you. All right, Pelican. Pelican superpowers. Group harmony, teamwork, calmness, balance between thought and emotion, stillness, taking up space, and dependability. Pelican wisdom. There are many methods of healing available. There's no need to trade one desire for another. It's possible to source all you need from what's actually in arm's reach to manifest all your wishes. When Pelican appears, look to your community for what you need. What resources have you overlooked? Remember that asking for support or help is a sign of strength. Double confirmation on the strength, double confirmation on the asking for help, double confirmation on the calmness and balance. Pelican wants you to know, many hands make light work. Giving support to your community is just as important as receiving it. If you struggle with allowing people to help you, try to reframe it somehow. So make it like instead of just asking for help, make it like a give and take. Like I do something for you, you do something for me, we help each other out, right? Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. We say that here all the time. Unfortunately, I was raised up from a young age being taught something different. I was always raised that, with that attitude of, I don't need anybody's help. I can do it on my own. And that really hurt me for a long time because because I was raised and taught that that's how I was supposed to be. It took me a really long time to get comfortable with the idea of asking for help. And even still now to this day, it's not necessarily something that comes easy to me. All right, now we'll pull a gems and mineral card. Last time we got jasper. We got tourmaline on the top of the deck as we're getting started. Garnet on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. Explore the universe of gems and minerals. Creed on the radio, Arms Wide Open. That's hilarious. This movie plays in that movie Without a Paddle. If you haven't seen that movie, go check it out. It is free on YouTube right now. That's a really good movie. Chalcedony. Chalcedony. Equilibrium, steadiness, and fairness. It's made up of tiny crystals of quartz and magnetite, a gray quartz-like mineral that has grown together. So equilibrium, steadiness, and fairness. Main balance, equilibrium, steadiness, calmness, being calm, being steady-handed, steady your heart, get your footing. Feeding. We got rose quartz on the top of the deck. I didn't even look at that. We got rose quartz on the top of the deck. Love, joy, and connection. And then we got citrine on the bottom of the deck. Prosperity, confidence, and ambition. All right. Now we'll pull from the Archangel of Fire Oracle. These four will definitely classify as the same, because these all have long messages. All right. Archangel of Fire. Last time we got Celestial, number 29. The Loving Monk. You got B-52's Love Shack coming on the radio. Love Shack. Don't you be going to no Love Shack now. Don't be so desperate that you do something dumb. The twins. That could be twin flame energy there. Gabriel on the bottom of the deck, number 28. Uriel, number 6 on the top of the deck. 6, 8, 10. You got Cassiel backing Gabriel on the bottom of the deck, number 4. And Azrael backing Uriel on the top of the deck. All right. Number 6, Uriel. Salvation. Let go of anger and unforgiveness and let my flame of love illuminate your heart. I can help free you from emotional pain. If you do not know the right words to say, call upon me and I will speak through your heart. Uriel. All right, then Gabriel. Number 28, Holy Purpose. You are in total alignment with your sacred purpose. Feel hopeful. All is unfolding exactly as it should according to the divine plan of your life. All right, and then the twins, number 35, Truth. Ask us to bring you clarity when the truth evades you. We can help you to discern the right choice when making an important decision or when you are unsure of the highest course of action to take. With our help, anything remaining hidden will soon come swiftly out into the light. Your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, the Most High, they're here to help us in any way they can, but we have to humble ourselves and ask for that help. We've been getting a lot of that teamwork energy out here today. That doesn't necessarily mean with physical people. That could be with your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and the Most High, and yourself. Healing, growing, learning, changing, transforming, taking charge, letting go, loving yourself, and doing it enough to where you can share that love with others. All right, intermission. We're at 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 58 seconds. Now we'll pull from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Last time we got gratitude and gossip. Gigi. I don't think I noticed that last time, but I'm noticing it this time. The double G. Gigi. That could be like somebody's nickname or something. Gigi. Like, isn't that a nick? Like, isn't that what some people call their grandma? Gigi. Oh, and look, it is kind of an older lady in that card. A lot of times our grandmothers are our spirit guides, or one of them. Oh, let me put these back in. You got trickery on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. All right. Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Service wanted to show itself. Remember, we also saw that, was it with the Wild Offering Oracle? We also saw the service. When nervous, perform acts of service. That always reminds me of spiritual Sag. Self-worth and mysticism. We got soulmate on the bottom of the deck. Perception on the top of the deck. Your soulmate may not be who you perceive them to be. Something about your self-perception, self-worth. The more you get in touch with your mystical side, the more you'll be attracted to a soulmate. Or a soulmate may be coming into your life to help you get more in touch with your spiritual side. And a soulmate doesn't necessarily mean a lover. A soulmate could be a dog. It doesn't always mean something sexual. We are also seeing balance under soulmate on the bottom of the deck. And wisdom under perception. So use your discernment to when you're use your discernment on with how you view the world and the people in it. All right, let's see. We'll start with soulmate, only because it's at the front of the book. Rose without thorns. This card indicates changing old communication patterns and being open to a new way of interacting. You may no longer be able to have conversations that don't sustain your authenticity. Freedom lies ahead, better than you can imagine. Wow. Not changing yourself to fit in rooms you don't belong in. Not making yourself smaller to be part of conversations that you don't need to be a part of. Wow. All right, now we'll read self-worth. Okay, so soulmate is first chakra, base chakra. Self-worth is sacral chakra, second chakra. Salmon is the color of deep emotional peace. You have been given a gift of self-love. Wow. This card indicates a love of life and no longer trying to prove your value to others who may not see what you see. Rely on your inner knowing. Wow. I'm speechless right now. Perception. Emerald offers a regal ability to see things differently and the chance of embracing transformation. There is an ability to attract wealth here if you have an open heart. Remember, wealth doesn't always mean money. I really wish people could get out of that money mindset. This mysticism. This is a time of trusting in the unknown. You already sense the answer, even if it's not apparent. Do not ask others what they see. If you alone can see into the heart of the matter, trust your intuitive powers to guide you. Trusting your intuition. Call me maybe. I know I just met you. This is crazy. Yeah. Be careful. I mean, don't have your boundaries up so high that, you can't see over the wall. But, at least have a barrier. You know what? You get what I'm trying to say? All right. Now we'll pull from the Wandering Heart Oracle. Last time we got 19 and 21. Heads up and tension. And tension, not attention. We got out of sight, number 5. Out of sight, out of mind on the top of the deck. We do have number 5 out here with transformation from the Angel Numbers Oracle. We got honor your word, number 15 on the cut as we're getting started. You got Red Hot Chili Peppers on the radio. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, a city of angels. I never wanted. Yeah. To I was singing the wrong part. All right. Wandering Heart Oracle. Now that is a lie. I never worry. Now that is a lie. All right, we got number 17, Kin, and number 39, Balance. Double confirmation on the balance. Double confirmation on the team. Take me to the place of love. Take me all the way. Kin, it takes a village, community, support. In order to maintain a positive relationship with yourself and others, you must truly believe in the people you say you trust. Who can you count on? Who can you run to? Who will pour into you when they have nothing left to offer? Who will make sure to never let you feel guilty in times of need? So who can you go to and ask for help and they won't judge you for it or throw it up in your face later? All right. Number 39, Balance. You find a middle ground. You find stability. We already saw stability out here with the Celestial Insight with the Strength card. Equilibrium and selflessness. Equilibrium. What? No way, bro. Look at that. Equilibrium. Equilibrium. Didn't we see balance somewhere else? Or was that last time? Find the sweet spot between relying on others and carrying the world on your back. There certainly is a happy medium. You need to be able to discern what's too heavy for you to hold. Do not pretend you are okay when you feel overwhelmed. When you overwork yourself, you turn jittery, uneasy, and disordered. Avoid this energy at all costs. In no way is it conducive to your ascension. Be truthful with others when they seek it. If you've had enough, you've had enough. Condolences unnecessary. Like I said in the very beginning, it's okay to have your perspective and their perspective. And yes, you can see things from their perspective, but still stay true to your perspective. It's a balancing act. We also talked about the balance between work and play, adding more fun. Too much work and not enough fun makes for a bitter person. Okay. John Tesh talking about lighting. How the lighting in a room can affect our mood. Oh, wait. We're not ready for Mary yet. Hold on. We still got to do the herbal astrology and the animal spirit. Last time with the animal spirit, we got the mouse energy. We got butterfly on the cut as we're getting started. Butterfly is transformation energy. It could also be considered cocoon energy. The calm before the storm. Storms aren't always bad. Just like tower moments aren't always bad. Change isn't always bad, but change will come. Copper, if you don't get out of my room, go on. I know there's something outside and you can hear it and that's what you want, but you're not going outside. Once again, distractions, staying focused. Don't let something distract you from the point of it all. Going back to the rose-colored glasses energy. See things for what they are, not what you want them to be, not what other people want you to believe they are. Use discernment. Take your time. Practice the pause and think about decisions before you react. Don't make a choice. Don't make a decision without having all the information. All right. Animal Spirit Oracle. That was owl that showed itself. Crocodile. We got spider on the bottom of the deck, backed by buffalo. Bat on the top of the deck, backed by dragonfly. Bat, well, what came out was crocodile, which is water energy. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. When in balance, wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck and lashes out. To bring into balance, rest, meditation, and yoga. All right, then we've got spider, which I do believe is air energy. No. Spider is earth. Creator of prosperity through life's work. Dharma. When in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, and forlorn. To bring into balance, playful creativity. Once again, that playful energy. All right, and then we have bat, which is air energy. And might I also add that in this deck, butterfly is also air energy. And we saw that at the beginning. Bat, darkness, letting go, death leading to rebirth. When in balance, accepts, adapts, and adjusts. When out of balance, refuses to let go and reminisces. To bring into balance, watch a sunrise. Wow. Well said. Well said, Spirit. All right, now we'll pull from the Herbal Astrology Oracle. Last time we got psilocybin, number 49, commune. We've got metamorphosis, number 7 on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. All right. Herbal Astrology Oracle. It fell on the floor. Angel Trumpet. Death. Number 46. Which breaks down to a 10. Death and rebirth. Angel Trumpet. You can make tea out of this. Ooh, I'm excited to read this. This is the first time we've seen this one. Angel Trumpet, number 46. Breakdown, cathartic transformation, rising from the ashes, elimination, death, and shedding the old. Astrological ruler, Pluto and Mars. Angel trumpets have an Let me take a drink. Hold on. Excuse me. Angel trumpets have an intoxicating scent and flowers that resemble angelic horns aimed downward, symbolizing the call of the angels to humanity. Plants in the Brommansa genus and relatives have a rich history of use among shamans and magic practitioners, even though they are poisonous. Some South American indigenous groups, like the Kamasa, initiate their children at a young age into the path of becoming a healer by ingesting angel trumpet during a flower ceremony. Boys who walk the shamanic path are given the medicine at the age of 6 to acquire external vision producing soul that lets them communicate with ancestors. Boys and their fathers go on long pilgrimages to sacred waterfalls where they engage in sacred bathing, fasting, and drinking of tobacco water. Then the angel's trumpet juice is ingested to effect contact with the supernatural, during which their ancestor appears as jaguars and anacondas and enter the boy's body. Healers within many traditions incorporate angels' trumpets into master plant brews to enhance astral travel and the spiritual experience. Other cultures around the world, including in Tibet, have also used these important poisonous plants within their practice. Many caution against the thoughtless use of this plant, which can be severely toxic and cause the kind of strong hallucinations and delirium that only experienced shamans should use for divination and healing. What? I've had angel trumpet tea before, but I didn't know that. Guidance. Angels trumpet signals a time of catharsis or death. A deep emotional breakdown is due or near. You may feel lost in your own emotional despair, depression, shame, or unworthiness. But know the angels of discernment and darkness are here to support you, coming eye to eye with the darkest feelings within yourself catalyzes the greatest awakening. Deeply pause. Let go of control and witness the broken pieces within yourself with loving awareness. Whoa, that's not even it. Just the medicine of the bat. Like angel trumpet, signals catharsis and rebirth, signaling literal or metaphysical death of old patterns and worn out habits. Understand that you can reconstruct at any time, regardless of how shattered you might feel. Mic drop. Wow. All right, let's pull from Mother Mary and then we're done. That was a doozy. Last time we got Mary Magdalene, Love Only Ever Expands. At the bottom of the deck, the breath, I reclaim my soul. Mary, Mary, full of grace, what advice can you give us today? Tina Turner on the radio. What's love got to do? That's not what's on, but I think of that song every time I think of her. Union. Myself and soul are one. Page 86. In chapter 5 of Mary's Gospel, the disciples are terrified in the wake of Christ's crucifixion. They fear they will be killed as well if they're caught by the Roman Empire. I've always seen this passage as if it were a scene from a film. I can imagine so vividly the dread they must have felt. I can imagine the comments about the threat to their own lives getting louder until the fear becomes palatable in the air. Quote, then Mary stood up, her gospel reads, and I can see this so clearly. I can see her standing up among a sea of disciples, all huddled together on the ground, feeling defeated and afraid. Quote, then Mary stood up and greeted them. She tenderly kissed them all and said, brothers and sisters, do not weep. Do not be distressed, nor be in doubt, for his grace will be with you, sheltering you. Referencing Mary chapter 5, verses 4 through 6. Mary stood up for the disciples in a moment of pure terror and became the presence of love among them. Mary stood up in the midst of great fear to be the love that Christ had been among them. This moment from Mary's gospel demonstrates what it means to be in union. It's evidence of her leadership in the earliest form of Christianity. Mary goes on to say that as a community of brothers and sisters, quote, we should praise his greatness, for he has united us and made us true human beings. referencing Mary chapter 5, verses 7 and 8. Christ lived in a state of union. He was the unified one. He had unified his egoic self with full humanity, with his divinity, his external soul. He had become fully human and fully divine, the child of true humanity. Mary, in this state of union, stood up in the midst of panic to be a presence of love when love was most needed. And this is what Mary reminds us that we can do as well. We can practice living in a state of union by returning again and again to the soul that sits like a treasure here inside our very human hearts. We can practice becoming the presence of love when love is most needed. Soul voice meditation. How can I stand up like Mary to be a presence of love in this moment? Self-love, love for your fellow humans, love for all of the beautiful creations that surround us every day. And as always, be grateful for the big, the small, and the blessings yet to come. If you see a need out there today, tomorrow, next week, if there's any possible way that you can fill that need, please do so. You may not only better their day, but you could possibly change their life, and you never know the impact it could have on yours. Be blessed, find peace, and I'll see you next time.